Good morning, students. Welcome to the chemistry session. Let us start today regarding our first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. Already we have started this chapter, but let us recap the already covered concepts in a concise way. So, first of all, in this chapter, we need to study the term chemical reaction. Okay, the term called chemical reaction. So, what is this chemical reactions? Okay, we can say one substance, if any substance is undergoing either physical change or a chemical change, it is due to a chemical reaction occurring in it. Okay, that's why we specifically notice what is the changes. It means change in color, change in temperature, changes in physical states, change in the smell of any substance. If we notice, it is due to a chemical reaction happening in a substance. Okay, so that's why we need to have the main importance in the chemistry is due to the chemical reaction. Due to this chemical reaction only, one substance is converted into many other substances also. Okay, we can create a new chemical compound. Okay, we can modify a chemical compound, anything due to a chemical reaction. So that's why we have to say that in a chemical reaction, due to a chemical reaction, we observe the two types of changes: physical changes as well as the chemical changes. Physical changes and chemical changes, both are being involved in a chemical reaction. So the main characteristics, what are the characteristics of a chemical reaction? What are the main characteristics of a chemical reaction? The main characteristics of a chemical reaction we observe is, the first one is change in temperature. Change in the temperature. This is one of the character. Second one, some substances can undergo changes in the physical state. Changes in the physical states. Okay, we can observe, means a solid, basically a compound, if it is in a state of solid, it may convert into either gas, either liquid, or it may retain in the state of the solid state only. Okay, that we can call change one. The third one, we can have the changes, or we can say evolution of gases. Evolution of the gases. Okay. Fourth one, we can have formation of precipitates. Formation of precipitates. The formation of precipitate is also, we can say, precipitate is nothing but a solid material which is not soluble in water, is generally called as a precipitate. So either due to formation of the precipitate. So like this, these are any of the characters observing. Any of the characters observed, if you are observing in a substance, automatically say that substance is undergoing the what is called a chemical reaction. Okay, chemical reaction description we can give. Okay, we can describe. But how to write that one? How to write? Okay, we can, one example I can give for a chemical reaction is, generally one example, you can have the magnesium. We can take a magnesium ribbon. Magnesium ribbon. And if we take the magnesium ribbon, which is in state of the solid state, you take that one and start heating to the flame directly, means you heat in the air. When you start heating in the air, the magnesium ribbon will start in the air. Automatically, the oxygen reacts with the air. The oxygen can react with the oxygen from the air, reacts with the magnesium, and you can able to observe within a minute when you go on heating continuously. Within a minute, we observe a dazzling white fumes. We can say means a bright fumes we can able to observe. Okay, and after burning is completed, it's the compound starts burning. The magnesium starts burning with the dazzling white fumes totally, and lastly you will able to get a white color solid material will be there. That white color solid material here is we call as it is due to formation of magnesium oxide. This is white powder. It's due to white powder. So normally the magnesium ribbon, which was in the state of the solid state, you are burning with the oxygen, which was in state of the gaseous state. When you are heating, you are converting, we get the magnesium, the magnesium oxide, that is nothing but the white powder with a dazzling white fumes when it is burning. So this means when you are describing how the chemicals are combining, we can say one substance may change into other physical state also. If it is a solid, it may convert into solid, or it may convert some other. So this is one best example of a simple chemical reaction. We have many chemical reactions happening in our daily life. We observe in daily life also. One good example you can say, we cut an apple. Normally, when we cut an apple, it will be in the state of the piece of apple will be in the state of the white color, cream color. But we keep it aside. Automatically, within a few minutes, we observe a dark or a brown color layer formed on the surface of the apple piece, cut apple piece. Why it is means it is due to the chemical reaction happening. Okay, the compounds of the one apple is reacting with some elements of the oxygen or elements with the oxygen, and automatically it is converted into a dark brown color layer is obtained on the apple. So that is a live example for us to see. Right. So this chemical reaction, how we can able to say? The chemical reaction can be stated, okay, in the chemistry in the form of what I can call chemical equation. It is stated, or we can say in the form of the chemical equation only. So saying orally in the terms of words, describing in the terms of words, if you want to explain the chemical reaction in a concise way, in a small way, we can say that in the form of a chemical equation. So what is this in the chemical? What is this chemical equations? We say means with substances. What is the initial substance you are taking? What they are undergoing changes, and at the last what product you are getting. Okay. So we can have the here notice you observe. The first these two are said to be the normally magnesium ribbon and oxygen is a basic substance we are taking. Okay, those are undergoing chemical reaction. Okay, after reaction is completed, we got a white color powder is getting. So these substances which are part of the reaction, here these we call as a reactants. We call as a reactants, and which is the substance which is obtained after completion of the reaction. This is said to be called as a products, reactants as well as a products. Okay, and we may have sometimes we may take one reactant, or in some situation you may take more than one reactant also. Product also you may get one product or more than one product also, you can say. So this chemical equation, we are writing of the chemical equation. The first days they wrote in the terms of the words. That's called as a word equation. The chemical equation is written first is expressed in the way of words. Means what I have written on the board. Magnesium. I have written total in the term of word. Magnesium plus oxygen gives us to magnesium oxide. A lengthy description I am writing. If I am writing this, the name of the elements, everything in detail, etc. like this type of expression now is called as a word equation. This is a word equation of normally can say. Simply we can call as a word equation. The method of expressing the equation in terms of words. Okay, and I can give one more example also. Just we can have the one more example under the case. What you can say? Hydrogen. We can take is another hydrogen gas can combine with the oxygen gas. Hydrogen gas can combine with oxygen gas and is forming the water. In this case, these two are considered as the what we can call reactants. These two are called reactants, and this is said to be called as a product. And reactants and products are separated with the help of the arrow mark. Is distinguished. Reactant products are separated with the help of the arrow mark. That's why we say on the arrow left hand side terms. How many terms may be on the left hand side to us? All are called as reactant, and the substances which are right side of the arrow mark are considered as the products. So this is a wording. But every time instead of writing the terms of words this much lengthy, etc., we can write this a chemical equation still in a concise way. In a concise way, normally we can come across we can have the second type in the terms of the symbolic equation. We can say we can have as symbolic equation in the case of here. Okay, so what is this symbolic equation? Means same thing. The chemical reaction, what are the terms participating in the chemical reaction? If we are representing them by using their correct symbols and formulas. What are the terms involved here? By using their respective symbols and the respective formula of the compound, if you are writing the equation, then we call as a normally symbolic equation, we can say. Okay, or sometimes they call formula equation. We also also say called as formula equation. So I'm writing the same thing here, word equation, right? So when you are taking the magnesium is symbol, its formula is Mg. Magnesium, we are writing the symbolic representation of magnesium is Mg. Plus oxygen, you have to write as oxygen formula is O2. Magnesium is connected with the oxygen. Okay, I am writing a little bit up. So here magnesium combining with oxygen and giving rise to magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide's formula is MgO. So you can see here magnesium Mg, its formula is magnesium is Mg, oxygen formula is O2, and giving rise to magnesium oxide's formula is MgO. Okay, so in this one the magnesium we can write. First we took here is in state of solid. That's why we write down as S. What is this S indicates? Solid. Next we take the oxygen. It is a gas. Down you can write in the form of G. And next N magnesium oxide is a powder. Powder is in which state? Solid state. That's why we are writing this one as a solid. So you can see the same above description. What we wrote here, totally we are writing in a concise way. In a very concise way we are writing. Just using their respective symbols and formulas if you are writing. Okay, this is normally the symbolic formula is increased. Now we write now we are writing every reaction. Okay, only using symbols and formulas. In the beginning of the centuries, in the beginning of this days, they used to write in the terms of word equation. But now we are writing every chemical reaction using the symbols and formulas only. But students, you have to remember a very important point is you should write the correct symbol and correct formula of the compound. Okay, so to write the correct formula of any compound, we studied already in the 9th class. That is what we can call as a crisscross method. The crisscross method helps us in writing the formula, correct formula. For example, now I am taking the magnesium oxide. So how would you are getting this one? By using let us write this one. Magnesium, its valence is +2. Okay. Oxygen, its valence is -2. When you go for the crisscross method, I am writing say magnesium. Here the valency we are writing here is 2. Next, out oxygen, we have tried the down here is 2 gets cancelled. Automatically we will get what? Magnesium oxide. Now this is magnesium oxide. That only I wrote here. So means the formula, to write the formula of the chemicals, different chemicals, definitely you have to know the valencies of the elements. Okay, that is being you learned in a 9th standard. So more you remember the valencies, the perfect formula of a chemical you can write. Okay, so this is the normal first term we have to say. Okay, the first one, what is called a chemical reaction? How do we express a chemical reaction? So chemical reaction expressed in terms of word method or symbolic method, we can say. Now whenever you ask in the chemistry, we write a chemical reaction only using symbols and formulas only. Okay, make sure this one. So let us have this. Let us proceed with the further topics here. So in this one, in a chemical reaction, now we are going further. This chemical reactions, normally it is of 2 types they say. The chemical reactions, whatever we are writing the form of symbols, okay, symbolic method, the chemical reactions generally they are of 2 types they say. The first one is called as the first method is called unbalanced chemical reaction. Unbalanced chemical reactions. Second one is called balanced chemical reactions. Balanced chemical reaction. 2 we come across. Unbalanced as well as the balanced. So what is this unbalanced and balanced means? According to the whenever we are writing any equation, the number of atoms on the reactant side should be equal to the number of atoms on the product side. Means which is obeying the law of conservation of mass. According to law of conservation of mass, okay, atoms are neither created nor destroyed, but they can transform one form into another form like this. Here also normally, now according to this one, so the atoms, whatever we are writing, whatever we are using this one, it can be converted into other form. But the number of atoms on the left hand side should be equal to the number of atoms on the right hand side. So let's give one small correction here. So now I am taking the same example which you wrote here. Magnesium, Mg, combined with the oxygen to give rise to magnesium oxide. So when you count here, so when you want to check, let us check these elements, how many are there. In this case, the element is, one element is magnesium, second element is oxygen. Okay, so on the left hand side, second one is right hand side. Left hand side means this side, right hand side is this side. So when you count magnesium, how many magnesiums are there on the LHS? Means we have 1. Magnesiums are only 1 on the left hand side. Next one, oxygens. How many oxygens are there on this one? Means we have O2. We have to take 2. Many of them say, sir, you are having the O2 is we consider 1. No. Oxygen atom formula is 1. Okay, normally, but here you are taking the 2. It's a diatomic molecule. So we have 2. Next, coming to the RHS. In this formula you can see magnesium. The number of magnesium atoms is remaining 1 only. And coming to next one is oxygen. The number of oxygen atoms are 1. So when you check this equation, in this case, magnesium how many? 1, 1. 1 on left hand side, 1 on right hand side. Okay, it's good. And when you come to the oxygen, 2 on left hand side, 1 on right hand side. So what happened? Both atoms are not equal. So when the atoms are not equal on the left hand side and right hand side, automatically this equation what we wrote is called as unbalanced chemical equation or unbalanced chemical reaction. Okay, so normally we can say, so chemical equation, in the case if any chemical reaction, the number of atoms on the left hand side or nothing but reactant side, if it is not equal to the number of atoms on the product side, then that reaction is called unbalanced chemical equation or unbalanced chemical reaction, we can say. And coming to the question here is, there are so many chemical reactions happening in the chemistry. Lakhs of chemical reactions are there. In the lakhs of chemical reaction, some of the reactions may be automatically balanced. They may remain balanced also. Okay, means the atoms on left hand side will be equal to the atoms on right hand side. But like this is the example. Now one more example I'll give this one. The second example let me give is the hydrogen is combining with the oxygen and is converted into water, H2O. Hydrogen gas is reacting with oxygen gas and converting into water. So in this one we have element LHS, RHS. So what are the elements here? First hydrogen, second one oxygen. In the case, okay, hydrogen and here is the oxygen. Hydrogen, how many are there on left hand side? We have 2. 2 are there. H2 we are writing 2 hydrogen. Okay, it is 2. And on the RHS product side, how many are there also? 2 H2. Next oxygen O2. Okay, actual oxygen is generally oxygen element formula is O, but here it is a diatomic state. We are having 2 oxygens in it. That's why we can oxygen is 2. And you can see on the product side we are having O. How many are there? 1. So when you check the total elements, hydrogens are okay, good. Hydrogens are same on left hand side and right hand side. 2, 2. Okay. Next, coming to oxygen, it is 2 on the left hand side, 1 on the right hand side. So what happened? The oxygen atoms are not same on both sides. Whenever a atom is single atom also is not equal on left hand side and right hand side, then this reaction whatever we are writing, it is called what reaction? Unbalanced chemical equation or unbalanced chemical reaction. This is one. Coming to the second example, second type of this one is called balanced. Second one is called balanced chemical reaction or balanced chemical equation, you can write. Okay, balanced chemical equation. So what is this balanced chemical equation? As the term, any reaction which is obeying the law of conservation of mass and in which the number of atoms on left hand side is equal to the number of atoms on product side. Okay, if it is, that's called balanced chemical equation. I'll give one good example to you. When you go for the good example, normally a simple example, zinc. I have Zn, zinc. When it is reacted with the H2SO4, which is called as sulfuric acid. H2SO4, what is called as sulfuric acid. It is converted usage to ZnSO4 and it is giving a product called H2. So in this case, you can have these two are the reactants, these two are the products. Now let us check the atoms whether whatever there is equal or not equal on both hand side. So in this case we can see the elements. First let's write the element and the reactants. Where are the reactants in the equation? Reactants are always on the left hand side, LHS. And coming to the next one is products. Products, where will be the products in the equation? Products is always written on the right hand side, RHS. So when you have here elements, what is the element? First element. The first element we are having zinc. Next, second element is hydrogen. Third one we have is sulfur. Fourth one, oxygen. Okay. So there are four elements which are participate in the reaction. Now let us count them. Count them on both sides, left hand side and right hand side. Now Zn, how many are there? Only one. Next, H, hydrogen. Hydrogen, how many are there? We are having 2, H2. Next, we are having sulfur. Okay, you can see here sulfur. It is only 1. Next one, oxygen is there. It is having 4. Total clear, you can say hydrogen is 2, sulfur is 1, oxygen is 4 atom. Check the elements on the right hand side. Zinc, you can see here Zn. How many are there? Means you can have only 1. Next, second one is sulfur. How many are there? Here also sulfur is 1 only, because clearly you can write it. Little bit spaciously you can write, not to have a confusion. Those who are in the beginning of writing the chemical reaction, they do a mistake by writing the formulas in a concise way, congestedly. When they write congestedly, the counting will go wrong. As we see, Zn, SO4. Now Zn, we are having only 1 Zn. That's why I wrote 1. Next, second element here we can see here is sulfur. How many are there? It is only 1 is there. That's why where is the sulfur? It is having only 1. Next, you can see next element in this one is oxygen. How many are there? 4 are there. So where are there? 4. Next here is hydrogen, H2. Hydrogen element is there. How many are there? 2. So now you can see in the case when you cross check this one, automatically the hydrogen element, 1 is on left hand side, 1 is on right hand side, balanced. Next, second element is hydrogen. 2 on right hand side, 2 on left hand side, 2 elements on right hand side. Count is okay. Sulfur. The sulfur atoms are 1 sulfur atom is on left hand side, 1 sulfur atom is on right hand side. Next, oxygen. 4 oxygen atoms are left hand side, 4 oxygen atoms are right hand side. You can see in this reaction, all the atoms are same or equal on the left hand side and right hand side. When in any reaction, if the number of atoms are balanced or equal or same on the left hand side and on the right hand side, then this equation is said to be called what? Balanced equation. It is called what? Balanced equation. So you can write in you can say in your own words also. What is called unbalanced equation? Means a reaction in which the atoms are not same on the RHS and LHS. Means reactant side and product side, they are not same. Next, what is called balanced reaction? Means a reaction in which the number of atoms are same on the left hand side as well as right hand side, whatever may be the formula. And make sure in a chemical reaction, what are the atoms undergo some changes in the formulas. Formulas undergo changes, but count should be same. Whatever the formula is there, the atom should have the number of atoms in that one in the reaction should be same on left hand side and right hand side. So 2 types of chemical equation there. So when we have the around let's take if we are having 100 chemical reactions are there in the chemistry, which are occurring either naturally or due to the occurring in our laboratory if you are doing. In that 100 chemical reaction, when you observe, when you notice, very few of them are balanced. Means their number of atoms on them left hand side, right hand side will be same. Okay, around 10 of them will be in a balanced state. 90 chemical reactions, when you notice, they are what you can say unbalanced reaction. Okay, we are in the state of unbalanced reaction. So, when you are writing on a paper a reaction, always we should write a balanced equation only, balanced chemical equation only. Because why? Means every reaction should obey the rule, what you can call law of conservation of mass. Okay, law of conservation of mass. Account that rule should be obeyed. That's why when we are writing. Now let's take here this reaction. I'll make you sure to have a clarity. To balance this unbalanced reaction, to have a unbalanced reaction, how to balance? So the balancing of a chemical equation is being done by using the. So that's why our next topic here we have is balancing a chemical equation. Balancing a chemical. So how do you balance a chemical equation? The chemical equations can be balanced by using a method called as the hit and trial method. The method we use is called as a hit and trial method. We use a method, best method for balancing a chemical equation is the hit and trial method. It is also called by the method called as a cross check method. It is also called as a cross check method. Both are one and the same, we can say. So this account hit and trial method, many of the students who are the students like you who are in the initial learning stage, to balance a chemical equation we use the number of steps over here.